Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Master Tone. I'm gonna be doing the NBA playoffs bracket challenge for this year's playoffs 2018. I'm just gonna go through my predictions that I've made before the any series started. Some of them are pretty precise. Some of them are completely off. I'm just gonna see how my predictions are doing. And we're going to start off with the first matchup here, the Houston Rockets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, as of today, April 22nd, 2018, the Rockets are up 2-1. So for this prediction, I had Houston winning in 5. So as of today, it's still possible. Houston just has to win the next 2 games, which I can see them doing. The Timberwolves got a really good game when they came back and played at home. But I see the Houston Rockets just evidently beating them. I feel like the Timberwolves sometimes don't have that offense that they need. Their best players sometimes will be struggling with their shot, and because of that, they won't be able to keep up with the Houston Rockets, evidently. And the Houston Rockets will go on to the second round. And then the next matchup, OKC Thunder versus the Utah Jazz. This one is a very, very tough series for me to predict, but I went with OKC Thunder because I feel they have the better players. Utah Jazz, they have a really good team too. They have a young rising star, Donovan Mitchell, but I just don't see them winning this year in this round. I have the OKC Thunder in 6 games, going on to face the Houston Rockets in the second round. Next matchup is the Portland Trailblazers versus the New Orleans Pelicans. This one, I absolutely had no idea was going to happen. I had no idea that the Pelicans were going to just sweep and annihilate the Portland Trailblazers. I felt like the Trailblazers had a really good year, and I felt like they could have won this series in 6, as I predicted right there. But Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, and Rajon Rondo showed up. They played their heart out. They had multiple games where they scored 30 points plus. Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis did, and they'll be going on to the second round to face this team right here, the Golden State Warriors, up against the San Antonio Spurs, because I feel like even with everything that's going on, the injuries with the Warriors, with Curry, they're still able to beat the Spurs. They just don't have enough without Kawhi Leonard. LaMarcus Aldridge isn't enough to get them over. I wanted to say the Warriors in a sweep before I made my picks, but I gave the Spurs, one game that maybe I thought they would win in San Antonio. But it looks like it's going to be a sweep, but I predicted Golden State Warriors in 5, going on to face the Pelicans, but I had the Trailblazers there, but that did not happen. So, first matchup in the second round, we have the first seeded Houston Rockets versus the fourth seeded OKC Thunder. I have this being a long series. I have Rockets in 7. Should be a good series. James Harden versus Russell Westbrook should be a great matchup to see who wins. But I just feel like this is James Harden's year. This is the Houston Rockets' year to go on, and this is their best chance to go to the NBA Finals and win the Western Conference Finals, in my opinion. This is the chance because Curry's hurt. Warriors have been dealing with a lot of injuries, so this is the best shot anyone has. Adding CP3 really helped out their team. Clint Capella has been wonderful for the team. Big X factor there. So I see them winning 4-3. On the other side, you see right here, it's empty because I had the Trailblazers there. It's going to be the Pelicans versus the Golden State Warriors. I have the Golden State Warriors, even though they don't have Steph Curry in this series. I give the Pelicans 2 games because they did show me something against the Trailblazers. I didn't give them enough credit before the series started, so I give them 2 games against the Warriors, maybe 3. Then maybe they'll push their buttons and cause the Warriors to go all the way. They're not going to have Curry, so maybe they have a chance, but I still give the Warriors the edge to make the Western Conference Finals. The Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. And I did not have the Warriors. I had the Rockets winning this one. I don't know why it was there. Houston Rockets winning in 7. I have another 7-game series. I just feel like it has to be that way. Curry's going to come back. A lot of good players in this series. It's going to be a hell of a series. High scoring. 3-pointers flying left and right. They love to shoot the 3. And it's going to be very high scoring. 100 plus every single game. and it'll be a very fun series. And the Houston Rockets will come up on top. James Harden will make it to NBA Finals again, and hopefully this year he'll have a better chance of winning it. And I think they probably will, because I don't think anyone in the East would be able to beat any of these two teams as of right now. And now going on to the Eastern Conference Finals, where my favorite team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, play at. We have the Toronto Raptors going up against Washington Wizards. So I have the Raptors sweeping, but as you can see, the Wizards won the game, so that can't happen. So maybe in 5, but who knows? So I still have the Raptors going on to the second round. I just feel that they have a better team. They've had a better year overall, and they will have a great chance of going on and getting a little further this year. In terms of winning, at least in the first round. But as of right now, I see them doing better than what I predicted. This was before, as time went on, things change. But right now, I for sure have them in the second round. And then the next one is my favorite team, the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Indiana Pacers. I have Cleveland in 5. Obviously, that can't happen anymore. They're down 2-1. I still feel like they can win this series, but it's going to be very tough. Obviously, got to win this game and win out. They can only afford to lose one more game. I see the Cavs winning in, I would say, 6 or 7. I had them in 5, but it did not happen. They're not looking so good against the Pacers. I underestimated the Indiana Pacers regardless of them winning in the regular season. Usually I don't take too much of the regular season into account, especially when you have LeBron James, but we'll see what happens. I just feel like if they don't win, if the Cavaliers lose this series, I feel like LeBron will probably leave unless he could get somebody to come, maybe like Paul George or a key player like that, a really good player to come join him in Cleveland. If not, he'll probably go to the Sixers or Lakers or whatever, somewhere else that's not Cleveland. But we'll see. That's the offseason. Let's go on to the next matchup. Here, the 76ers, which I like, they're a pretty good young team that I can feel like they could make it all the way to the finals this year if everything goes well. But, they're so young. Got a lot of young players, good players too. Miami just doesn't have enough firepower to keep up with them. They're a good defensive team. They'll play. They're tough. I have them losing in 6, so I have the Sixers winning in 6. Right now it's 3-1, so it's still possible. Miami just needs to win one more game and then lose the other one, and it'll be Sixers in 6, and they'll go out to the second round to face this team, which right now they're live actually. Game 4 is going on. I have the Celtics winning in 6. It's still possible. They're up 2-1. I felt like if Kyrie and Hayward were there, obviously it would be different. I wouldn't give the Bucks that much of a chance, maybe just one game. But since they don't have Kyrie, I have the Celtics in 6. I give the Bucks 2 games. Right now it's 2-1, so it's still possible. And they'll be going on to face the 76ers, which would be a really, really good series if Kyrie was in there. So, and then we have the second round. We have the Toronto Raptors versus the Cavaliers. Here I picked my Cavs to win in 6 before. It could still happen. Who knows? But right now, I would see it being the other way. The Raptors would probably beat the Cavaliers in the second round, which I'd rather have LeBron lose in the second round than the first because he's never been out in the first round. Instead of going to the finals and everybody saying that, he has another loss in the finals, which, whatever. It is what it is. But, yeah, I have the Cavaliers winning in 6 in this one. And then in the other side of the, semifinals, I have the Sixers winning in 5, mostly because the Celtics are missing their key players. If not, it probably would have had the Celtics over the Sixers in 6 or 7, something like that, maybe 6. But I just feel like Sixers, they have a lot of young talent, and they will go on to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the Cleveland Cavaliers, which I have winning. I have them winning in 6, even though the Sixers have given them a really tough battle, tough fight. I just feel like the inexperience will get to them in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Cavaliers would have won. I could see the Raptors being there too. I could see that being a good series, but right here I have the Cavaliers going on to the NBA Finals yet again. I'm facing none other than the Houston Rockets. And as you can see here, they would face off. Let's see if I can click it. I originally had Cavaliers. I'm not gonna lie. I would want to change my pick to say the Houston Rockets in 6, which that sounds more realistic to me, more possible than Cavaliers winning. I don't know. LeBron would have to go off. Everybody would have to be hitting on all cylinders. But that was my prediction, so I'm going to have to stick with it. I say Cleveland Cavaliers win this year's NBA Finals in 6, and LeBron finally gets another ring in Cleveland, and enough of him losing in the finals. But I could really much see Houston Rockets winning. But you never know. Things happen. That's my prediction. Cavaliers 2018 NBA champions of the world. So if you like this video, comment, like, subscribe, dislike if you don't, ignore it if you like. I don't have many subscribers on here, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Enjoy some NBA action, because for sure I will. All right, peace.